If you say yes to any of the questions below, that doesn't mean you'll receive a doomsday diagnosis now or in the future. Do you suffer from any brain-related ailment now, or have you been diagnosed with mild cognitive impairment? Do you avoid strenuous exercise? Do you sit for most of the day? Are you overweight or even obese? Are you a woman? Have you been diagnosed with cardiovascular disease? Do you have any metabolic disorders, such as high blood pressure, insulin resistance, diabetes, or high cholesterol? Have you ever been diagnosed with an infection that can lead to chronic inflammation and can have neurological effects? Do you take certain medication with known possible brain effects, such as antidepressant, anti-anxiety drugs, blood pressure drugs, statins, proton pump inhibitors, or antihistamines? Have you ever experienced a traumatic brain injury or suffered head trauma from an accident or playing an impacted sport? Have you ever been diagnosed with a concussion? Do you smoke or have a history of smoking? Do you have a history of depression? Do you lack social engagement with others? Did your years of formal education end at high school or earlier? Is your diet high in processed, sugary, fatty foods and low in whole grains, fish, nuts, olive oil, and fresh fruit and vegetables? Do you live with chronic, unrelenting stress? Everyone has stress. This is stress that seems to be constant or present more often than not, and that you have trouble coping with. Do you have a history of alcohol abuse? Do you suffer from a sleep disorder? Do you have hearing loss? Does your day lack cognitive challenges in the form of learning something new or playing a game that requires a lot of thinking? Does your job lack the complex work with people in the form of persuasion, mentoring, instruction, or supervision? Are you over 65 years old? Does Alzheimer's disease run in your family, or have you been diagnosed with carrying the Alzheimer's gene variant? Do you care for someone who suffers from some form of dementia, Alzheimer's disease included? If you answered yes to 5 or more questions, then your brain could be in decline or maybe soon, and you can benefit tremendously from the information in this book.